turn the radio off right now and listen to The Chris Miles Show.
Keeping you informed about the latest and greatest trends and current events in today's society. It's where you go to stay in the know. It's the Chris Miles Show, live from Atlanta, Georgia.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Chris Miles Show.
What's going on, people? What's going on? Welcome to another edition of the Chris Miles Show. We are back. We was actually gone for, about a week and a half?
Yeah, it's been about a week and a half.
About a week and a half. We've had a couple of things that came up that kind of kept us from actually being able to broadcast, but we are here. We're gonna do our best to entertain you. Tonight's show is about the media, Medevilla, the media. I want to say this: we are broadcasting live on that TikTok. Welcome to the Chris Miles Show. Welcome to the Chris Miles Show. I am honored and thrilled to be able to broadcast live through that of TikTok. I'm actually struggling with we got actually 3 cameras here, and I am this TikTok thing is new, so TikTok, you all have to bear with me. I'm a little ignorant when it comes to this type of stuff. Most of the time, everything is on the back of the man that you hear, the man behind the show, that is Mr. Producer. But we're going to, like I said, we're going to do our best to entertain you. We are talking about several topics this evening. One being that of Caitlin Clark, O.J. Simpson, Angel Reese,
Whitlock,
Jason Whitlock. What else?
Skip
Bayless.
Everybody in the media.
Anybody in the media, CNN, Fox News.
Everybody.
We're also talking about that of Iran and Israel. Quite naturally, last Friday, Israel hit Iran, and Iran struck back. They hit them. They went back at them. Right. What's going on TikTok? Wow, man, we getting the people. They are coming in on TikTok, man. I am just so elated to be able to plug on that of TikTok. TikTok, thank you so much for your support. We are here TikTok every Sunday and every Wednesday. Keep helping us get those numbers up. If you have not already subscribed to the Chris Miles Show, please do so on TikTok. Subscribe, like, and follow. I'm Chris Miles, or we have a second page there, which is the Chris Miles Show. Mr. Producer.
Yeah, what's going on?
How you doing this evening, my brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Can't complain. Happy to be back.
Man, it's a blessing. Oh, by the way, people, I am once again a granddad.
Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you. My daughter and her husband, man, they got a newborn, a little boy. We got another little man in the family. So I'm always excited about that. Always excited. Nothing against the females, but I just love the fact that we're adding males to the because that way you're able to keep that name.
Keep that lineage.
Well, actually,
keep that legacy.
Name. I'm waiting on my son to start giving me grandbabies. Okay, there we are. All right. It adjusted. Thank you. TikTok, what's happening? What's going on? I am so glad that you guys are in. We do this every Sunday and every Wednesday. This is the Chris Miles Show. Or you can go to YouTube. And you can subscribe to the Chris Miles Show there. Subscribe, like, and follow. Mr. Producer.
Yes, sir.
We were talking about you hit me with a load this evening. Now, I spent years out in LA.
Yeah.
I got my good friend that we're gonna be calling here momentarily. We're gonna be talking about that of O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson came under some harsh words by that of Bruce Jenner.
Oh yeah, man. I ain't gonna say. But yeah, he that was pretty disrespectful. When he know exactly what was going on back then. He was all involved in it. He gonna say good riddance. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was
pretty low.
That was pretty low. It was pretty low. We might this evening pull in some people from TikTok. Matter of fact, we had some falling out with some people. Was it week 4 last got mad because we brought in some folks from TikTok.
Yeah,
that we didn't know.
Yeah, it was pretty deep.
Pretty deep, exactly. What we got first? What we got up first, Mr. Producer?
Well, I guess we can let's give congrats to the South Carolina game. Cops.
Yeah, come on with it. Yeah, exactly.
We can go ahead and break this one down.
Let's do that.
Like the name of the show, is about the evil media. How a lot of people in the comments, a lot of people, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everybody like this, like to change the narrative. They say, "Oh, it's not a race thing. Caitlin Clark is just this and that." She a good athlete, but the media turned into a black and white issue.
They did that.
They when she was winning, especially it really erupted when when she finally overstepped and beat Angel Reese.
Right.
They tried to destroy this.
Well, this is the thing, Mr. Producer. Now help me out because my mind doesn't always remember shit like it's supposed to. The thing was with that of Angel Reese, as we all know, last year LSU knocked Iowa out of the championship. They beat them.
Right, they beat them for the championship.
Right. So before all of that, Iowa beat that of South Carolina.
Yeah.
And the girl Raven Johnson.
Right.
So what happened is Caitlin Clark waved off that.
Yeah, pretty much said she trashed.
Raven Johnson.
She wasn't about to do nothing.
She gave her the what's the rapper name?
To my Young Buck.
Young Buck. See, everybody give this is the thing, TikTok. When people see this here, they give the credit to that of John Cena. But John Cena was not the first to do that. It came from that of Young Buck.
John Cena said he got it from
He
Young
got
Buck.
it from Young Buck.
Right.
But when everybody see this here, the wave off, they equate that to that of John Cena.
Right.
And John Cena took it from that of Young Buck.
Right.
So, Caitlin Clark, the media's darling, the great white hope, she gave Raven Johnson the Young Buck, or what they call the John Cena.
John Cena, yeah. You
Okay.
can't see me.
So the girl said, Raven said that it bothered her so bad. It bothered her so bad. Like for a year, she was traumatized behind this here.
Yeah. And the girl waving off saying she ain't
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, you trash. Get out of here, you trash. So, what happened is Iowa defeated that of South Carolina, Angel Reese of LSU, and was Flange, she went
Yeah,
with
she
them
was there.
last year?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Flange and them, they got the victory.
Yeah.
So, from that standpoint, Mr. Producer, this is what TikTok, this is what everybody needs to know. This is what everybody needs to know. What happened is, because Angel Reese came back and gave Caitlin Clark the John Cena,
Pointed at that ring finger.
showed the ring finger, she became the villain.
Right.
She was a bad person.
The media painted her.
The media painted her as the bad person. This young girl, beautiful girl, you love her to death, Mr. Producer.
Yeah.
They made her the villain. They sexualized this young girl. They said all type of nasty, derogatory things toward her and all this other stuff, and it became something that it should have never become about her.
Yeah.
And
Should have kept it on the court.
right. So everybody that watched that game last year, because everybody like, damn, this Caitlin Clark, she done. Don't get me wrong, she done a lot of great things for that of women's basketball, collegiate women's basketball. That she has done. Nobody is denying that, Mr. Producer. No one is taking that from her. But what we can take from her is what? The championship.
Right.
Because she never got it. But this is the thing.
They was, they goaded her. People like, Whitlock.
Oh, we gonna get to him. Just hold that thought on Whitlock.
People. I'm just saying, just the media goaded her. Her whole run, her whole stance. When she was taunting her opponents, when she was jabbing her opponents, they was like, "Oh, she's just passionate. She's a competitor. She's just hardcore. We love it." But the second she got that foot stuck in her ass, now is a problem. Now when somebody else give her the same energy that she's been given, is a problem.
It's a problem.
So that person, the villain, y'all done messed up our angel.
Right.
Y'all done hurt our angel feelings, and same thing happened this year.
Right.
After South Carolina beat them, CNN post a picture. They talk about South Carolina winning, but they post Caitlin Clark.
I heard about that. I sure did. I think that was that within itself.
Now, on the business aspect, all this is a business at the end of the day. So I understand completely why they trying to push her and bring her to the top, because maybe she can put a spark in the WNBA, and maybe them girls can actually start making some money.
Okay, so you're absolutely right. This is what I'm saying, Mr. Producer. No one is. Bring her and Jason Whitlock up, please. No one is taking away or denoting anything away from the greatness of Caitlin Clark. I mean, she is. You can tell she has patterned her game after that of Steph Curry. She has patterned her game after Steph Curry.
She shoot threes, don't play no defense.
All of that, right? Well, Steph plays defense, but she doesn't.
Steph, they hide Steph.
She doesn't play well. We ain't gonna get into this tonight. This show will quickly go sideways.
It will. It definitely will.
Excuse me. It'll go sideways.
It will. But like you said, yeah, the girl, you know, that's their golden goose, and they gotta protect their golden goose. So you know, hopefully, you know, when she get there, she can change the game and they can make some money. Well, but Whitlock, Whitlock, this some bitch. I'm saying he treating her with a. I'm saying like she just he treating her with silk gloves. He disrespecting everybody else to try to post her up. He making it out of something that it ain't. He don't uplift no athlete that looks like him. But Caitlin Clark,
yeah, well, he came out, Jason Whitlock, what's going on TikTok? Come on now. I need you all over there on TikTok. I need for you guys to get them numbers up. I need for y'all to subscribe to I'm Chris Miles. Subscribe, like, and follow. If anybody got anything they want to comment on, just come into the screen. We will bring you up. I do want your participation. I do want that. Mr. Producer, Jason Whitlock went on a tangent and attacked that of Dawn Staley, which is the South Carolina women's basketball coach.
Yeah, man. I don't even see how that's her business though. I'm saying he telling she they how do you get bullied? How you get bullied?
Well,
how you an athlete?
The woman congratulated that of Caitlin Clark.
I'm saying, but he complaining that the woman ain't congratulate her. I mean, talking about gonna give her flowers at the end after she beat her. Why ain't she say nothing throughout the season while they was bullying her? But how you an athlete and get bullied?
But Miss Medusa, how was she bullied? That's what I'm saying. Andrew Reese.
I'm saying
Andrew Reese was actually bullied.
I'm saying that's what Whitlock said. I'm saying. I mean, hold on, we can read it, but go ahead.
I'm saying, okay, TikTok. So Jason Whitlock.
Hold on, I'll find it.
Wow. Jason Whitlock, Miss Medusa.
Yeah.
Y'all hold on for a second.
I'm gonna read what Whitlock said, man. What was it? Dawn Staley.
Look here. Get the phone. Jason Whitlock, people. Jason Whitlock has violently attacked that of Dawn Staley, South Carolina head coach. Now, for whatever reason, he did what he did. It's completely uncalled for.
I'm going to read it.
Okay,
man.
come on with it.
It said this year's Women's Final Four was a giant stage for the feminist movement in the Democrat Party. Anyone paying attention shouldn't like what they saw. You saw people hate Caitlin Clark because of the color of her skin and her perceived sexuality. You saw Staley put on a performance intended to convince Christians that their beliefs do not need to align with God described in the Bible. You saw messaging and the culture, I don't know, concept. I mean, this is what Whitlock said. Hold on. Let me find the other one. But I don't know, man. Whitlock, he say a lot of. I don't know. I'm saying ain't no, and the thing, he ain't like Skip Bayless or Paul Pierce or none of these other guys getting paid to talk about her and, you know, putting her on their pedestal. He just doing it because this is what he believed.
Right. Well,
he ain't never. I have never heard Whitlock say anything good about a black athlete. I can't. I'm talking about he bashed LeBron worse than damn Skip Bayless.
Do you have that? Do you have that video?
I mean, yeah, I can pull it up.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Like, This guy, Jason Whitlock, used to be on FS1 TikTok. He used to be on FS1. And he has been a person with a secondary agenda that has been contrary to where he should be in society. Like all of the things that this guy ever talk about or bring up is something pertaining to something negative toward our people. And so what we've actually done here on the Chris Miles Show is that we have made him our target. For you to go out here and first of all, Caitlin Clark don't need Jason Whitlock to speak up or out for her. She don't need that. As a matter of fact, let me share something with everybody out there. I deactivated my X account, Twitter or X account. I deactivated it. My reason for doing so, there was some very contentious conversations that had taken place on that of X. I had amassed right at 20,000 followers. Within 2 days of we were back and forth, about 7,000 in 2 days left because of what was going on. Quite natural when you post something, the feed, it shows up in your feed. So the people that were there were probably not necessarily genuine anyway. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm outspoken, I'm going to speak my mind. But just to keep myself from really going off the deep end, I said, well, let me just get away from Twitter or X for a while. So I deactivated my account. And I really kind of hate it now because with all of the stuff that's going on over there on Iran and Israel, this is where I need to be. So I said I was going to give myself 30 days away from it. It's just kind of like a 30-day detox from X. So I'm going to hold fast to that. But I lost a lot of people off of X because of a lot of the confrontational things that was being said about Angel Reese and the black women there on South Carolina, and that of LSU. But you got some. Okay, so you have on the screen here, Ms. Producer, that of it's kind of small, but so let me do this.
I'm saying,
you read it. You got it. You want me to do it?
Yeah, this is what he was saying. He was saying people have been bullying and smearing Clark's all year long, and Staley could have spoken up any time, but she waited until she beat her in the championship to give Clark any support. I'm saying, like, don't you supposed to be concerned about you supposed to be worried about coaching your team?
Your team, right?
Why are we concerned? I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't be concerned about other players, but your main focus is I'm focused on South Carolina.
So what the fuck was he supposed to say, Mr. Producer?
Man, that dude retarded.
I don't know if he is or not. I mean,
I think he got a touch of Down syndrome.
You don't look like it.
I don't know. I'm saying she gave the girl the flowers.
She did.
You know what I'm saying?
She acknowledged her for what she has contributed, what she's done, which I thought was very respectful and decent. So all of the other stuff that he could, would bring forward, I'm not getting that right at this point.
Man, dude ain't.
I'm just not.
I'm not, man.
So, but my whole thing is that people like Jason Whitlock have to be called out for the buffoonery, man. I mean, you can't sit back and allow, and this is the thing, Mr. Producer. What people have to understand is, as I stated earlier, Caitlin Clark don't need us to talk for her.
No.
She don't need that. She got the media.
She got it. She already got, she already got all the, right. Like, she already got the media and got, she got everybody in her pocket. I mean, I like I said earlier, I understand, I guess, don't know about, that her style of basketball is exciting and it's going to help progress the WNBA. Even I mean, they ready for her to come so they can put the clamps on her then, but
right.
they not gonna, if she the money bag, they not finna let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand why the sports media and the NBA and all the analysts hyping her up, because that's their money bag. So
let me say this for everybody on TikTok: please share the live on your feed, please. Thank you.
But shit, man, we can. Are you gonna go and get old what's the name in, man?
Who?
Old
Don's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're finna do now, people, we're gonna bring in one of my good friends from that of LA. We are going to bring in a friend of mine, and he's gonna O.J. Simpson earlier, and O.J. Simpson everybody was talking about the murder, unalive, excuse me.
And then, then what Caitlyn Jenner said and all this shit.
Yeah, so everybody was talking about the stuff of him being unalive, the Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. And it is now starting to come out that although a lot of people felt that O.J. Simpson was guilty of unaliving those two, it is coming out that he's not the...
No, he didn't do it, man. They didn't tell the whole story. The whole story ain't come out.
So that's interesting. And you, so what did you come across last night?
I mean, my kind of staying on the topic of the show about how the media, how the media.
I'm coming to you, Don.
How the media make stuff, racial.
Right.
I remember I was in the 7th grade when it happened. I'm gonna tell you how it messed up. Whenever they read, everybody was watching the PE. I was in PE. The coaches, everybody was watching. He ain't let nobody go outside. Everybody, we watched it. Everybody together.
So we're talking about O.J. Simpson right now, TikTok.
So they read the verdict. They said not guilty. I'm in the 7th grade. We cheering, we happy. All the white folk were mad. The white students were mad. The coach, he was white. He was mad.
The coach was mad too.
Shit, Coach Norris, he was mad. I'm saying he made all us get out there. We had to run 2 miles. That was our PE. We had free day today. We was supposed to play basketball. Hold on. We had the ball. He had the balls in the middle of the floor. We was supposed to play basketball.
So your PE coach. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Your PE coach
I remember
made y'all run 2 miles cause O.J. Simpson.
Man, we had to run 2 miles. Man, we had to run 2 miles.
What's the name was the guy that was what's the name with had the show in L.A.? Was he Twitch? Did he have to run?
No, we weren't in the same PE class.
Okay.
But shit, if he was there, he would have. But I
He
mean,
had- he had to do it too.
We were young, and vibrant, so we ran it laughing. You know, we joked that whole day. We felt like we had a win.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. We got somebody. Hey, Don.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you. What's going on?
So you're saying you got information out there. This call is a friend of mine out of California, people. You said that, what's the name of that book that the people watching here on TikTok and YouTube, and we're streaming from all facets. So we got Facebook too. You said that was a book out there. Did you? Do you have the name of that book, Don?
Well, they get several books under O.J. Simpson's crime.
Yeah.
5 or 6 at least that showed his innocence.
Right.
And that's what's leading to the not guilty. If a person really wants to be interested, they can Google, though. I would Google Pat McKenna, who was the lead detective in the case, and he did 2 or 3 interviews with a talk show like yours.
Right.
Pat McKenna lead interview.
Okay, it's on the screen.
And he was the lead detective on the O.J. Simpson case. There were 3 detectives that I know of, but he's the lead one. And the interview is pretty good. It's about 2 hours long. A lot of information.
So let me
That wasn't brought out to me.
let me ask you this, Don.
It's called Killing Time. Killing Time. That's good.
So the title, they can Google Killing Time. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 doing Killing Time is one of them. Yeah.
Okay, Killing Time. So the title people out there who want to get information on O.J. Simpson and O.J. Simpson being innocent is called Killing Time. You can Google that, and that information will come up. So, Don, moving forward, you say he was innocent. So, tell everybody that's watching the Chris Miles show why you say that O.J. was not guilty.
Well, the evidence at trial proved to the jurors that he was not guilty. The only ones who felt he was, you can listen to what Marcia Clark and Darden would say every day, and that what was presented to the jury was 2 different things. I don't know why. I don't know why the enormity of it. I cannot tell anyone that. But if we were to look at what one thing Marcia Clark kept saying, all the blood. What about all the blood they found on O.J.?
Come on now.
They found 4 drops of blood. That was all the blood they found from O.J. That was withdrawn from him when he came back from Chicago. Did an interview with the police without an attorney present. They told him don't do it. He did it. And he willingly gave them his blood.
Right.
Also, at that time, he did not know how Nicole had got killed. And if anyone listens and watches that interview, at the end, he said, look, I own several guns. Go get the guns and test them. He thought that the girl had been shot.
Come on now.
Also, you can Google, when he first heard about the crime, he hired an attorney for his son. I think his name was Carl something, not Douglas. But you can Google this stuff. This stuff is all out there. So why would I hire an attorney for my son if I just did a murder?
Come on now.
They found 4 blocks.
Hold on, Don. Let me read something. Someone on Twitter said, on TikTok said people don't know about the information about O.J. being in Chicago. Okay, yeah, that's true. What we might try to do here shortly is bring you up what's happening to. That's my girl from yeah. So we're gonna come to you. I'm definitely gonna bring you in. That's the girl from last.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead, Don.
So what Marshall talked to the media, and especially on media after the trial every day, was not the same evidence that was presented to the jury. There were 4 drops of blood found. So what was all the evidence? All the blood, people like her, and when you ask people, they don't know. They just know what Marshall Garden or the people. That's what jurors knew there was 4 drops of blood.
They do that. I mean, take a look at mafiosos. They do that for
that the prosecution first was going to send out to the FBI.
Right.
To have it tested because Cochran and the team kept saying the blood might be tainted. So they didn't do it. So Johnny Cochran and his team sent that blood out to get tested. It came back. It had a blood preservative in it.
Come on now.
The blood preservative, no one creates this artificial blood in our systems. That blood preservative is put in the vials of blood that the police take to preserve the blood and keep it from coagulating, drying up.
Right.
That blood was found, every drop of blood that was found for OJ, the 4 drops. That meant the blood was planted by the police.
Come on now.
The one cop took the blood around, drove around with it for 10 hours. That's all in the record. This is not new. This is not something out. Judge Ito chastised him from the bench and said, your conduct was reprehensible. What did he do with that blood driving around with it in his pocket for 10 hours?
Right.
And then when they measured the blood vial, they found out it was 2 millimeters or something disappeared. All that was brought up at the trial. The cop who drove the blood around for 10 hours against policy, he wasn't fired. He wasn't suspended.
There's a lot of cricket shit going on back then.
Well, I do know this, Don. As a young man, when my mom's brother lived in L.A., how the cops would jack up, come into the black community, and just basically run rough shots on people in the black community. My uncle had strict rules and protocol for us to follow if we went to the stores, because you had the gang element you were dealing with, and also you had the other gang element you were dealing with, which was the police. And the police were actually worse than the fucking gangs that were going on out there.
It's a known fact that back, I think it was Trent Parker, who was chief of police, or Davis, it might have been Davis. It's going back a while. I don't remember exactly. It's a known fact they were recruiting officers from down south to come work for LAPD. They were all KKK. It's a known fact, people can Google that a federal judge decried the LAPD to be a criminal organization. Known fact.
Yeah. Well, I don't think a lot from that time, Don, to where we are today has changed as far as policy. You and I go back and forth on the thing with that of Trump, and then some of the other things that have been signed into legislation, and some of the other things that a lot of people are not necessarily aware of. You and I have conversations about it, but we just as time progressed, I still come back to this thing with OJ. Me and Mr. Producer were talking earlier, Don, and we were talking about if OJ had only stayed with Margaret, I seriously wonder if he had the problems he had, because he had two children by her, which was Arnell and Jason, and he had 3 kids by Nicole Brown. And
he had 3 by his first wife. One died in tragic accident.
Okay. Okay. I stand correct. Well, 2 lived, which was Arnell and Jason.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So and then he had 3 by Nicole Brown.
One was rumored to be Marcus Allen. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So all of that being said, the girl, the woman he was initially his first wife was college educated, and Nicole was, I heard she barely got out of high school, but he had a passion for white women. We have on the screen now his first wife and his 2 kids. Now, Don, the kid that they end up losing, was that the oldest child, middle, or last?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I think it was a swimming pool accident.
Okay.
Let me tell you and your audience if you don't know, and I would think some might know. In our lifetime, the people who run this powers that be, or whatever you want to call them, white, European, or whatever, government or whatever, they have tried to produce 3 race wars. Okay? The first one was your, who were the people who were killing off in the mountains? Manchin. Tony Manchin, or with his little group of religious followers.
Right. I think
the game plan was to kill those people and then blame it on black people. That was court documents. He said that. Court documents. Okay? There was a book talked about it. Charlie Manson.
Charlie Manson. Yeah, right.
That was the first chance they wanted to start a gang war. He wanted to go up there, kill a bunch of white people, blame it on black people. Okay, there's a lot more to that story. You don't have enough time for that one. The second time, everybody can Google this, was this church we have out here called Saint, First American Methodist, whatever,
Episcopalian.
Yeah, Saint. It's been a long time. It's a black community. They have caught this white racist people. The LAPD had infiltrated them out here and caught them on tape saying they were going to blow up the church Saint, and they would hope it would start a race riot because it would be such a big thing. The church had been around a long time. I forget the pastor's name, but they were always been around a long time. That one, were trying to start a race riot. OJ, there was almost a race riot. In fact, there was a riot out here in LA where people, I don't know if people saw it, they were white people, basically started riot, looting, burning down buildings, and the police never touched them.
So these things that you are bringing forward happened, the riot. So that was an actual riot after the OJ case?
Oh yes, in areas that was not South Central or predominantly black.
Really?
Now there was a book.
You know about that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Don.
My possession, I can't think of the name of it right now. It's called, there was a black reporter from LA. He was out here before he moved to Washington, D.C. He was a famous, he was famous in the black community. I want to say Roland, but I get the name. I have the book. This is 30, 40 years ago, he wrote the book. The title, someone wants to buy the book or Google it, The Coming Race War in America. That was 40 years ago, and that was way before we had Charlie Manson killings up there, the attempt to blow up the Fame Church, and O.J. Simpson debacle.
Wow.
So I still believe at some point we're going to have a race war.
Well, I mean, it is scriptural base that is spoken about. There are a lot of things that are, as you and I have conversated, and we see it every day. There was we've had another case in that of Wisconsin where a young black female went out on a date with she was 19 years old. Her name is that of Sharday Robinson. And she went out on a date with let me get the guy's name. Bear with me, everybody. The guy name is, hold on. Mr. Producer has brought it up on the screen. But the young man, and I don't even know if you can righteously call him that, but his name is Maxwell Anderson.
Maxwell Anderson.
His name is Maxwell Anderson. So this young girl worked at a what type of job she had, Mr. Producer? Was it working at a restaurant or something?
I
think she worked at a restaurant.
I mean, I got that video. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna say we're gonna do a complete story on it Wednesday. So since we're there, we'll touch on it this evening. But so the girl Sharday Robinson goes out on a date with a, was it 30 years old, Mr. Producer? However old he was. He got her back to his apartment. He screwed her. Then, after he screwed her, he dismembered her body. He cut her up.
Man.
And he cut her up so he cut her leg off, a finger off, gouged the eye out, cut the head off. He did all of these things, and he put the young lady's body parts in different places. This happened in Wisconsin. This happened. What's going on, Felicia? Hey, love. It happened in an area where Jeffrey Dahmer was at. But this is the thing. Like I say, I don't want to get off of topic, but I have to ask this question, Don and Mr. Producer. I have to ask, truthfully, why is it that a lot of black women have problems with black men, but they will go elsewhere looking for happiness? And in a lot of cases, when they go across the fence, this is what is waiting on them.
Man.
And this girl was 19 years old. She was a college student. She had her entire life ahead of her. Now,
I mean, it ain't too many of us in Wyoming.
Well, it wasn't Wyoming. It was in Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin?
You got like Milwaukee.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then in the suburb
Oh,
areas, you go up to Green
my
Bay, you still in those areas. I've been up that way.
Yeah.
You start to get into more of them. But that's neither here or there. What I'm saying, Mr. Producer, what I'm saying is that her parents, her mother, her family members should have been concise with her, told her, what's going on. And he's sitting back. This guy, this animal, is the perfect name for him. He's sitting back thinking about, okay, well, and this is the thing. Me and Mr. Producer Don, we were talking about this one day. When you have Sexy Red, when you have that of Suki Hunter and all these other girls out here, all of they're doing on social media, television, dropping it like it's hot. They got their ass. They got their ass on TV, their booty and all this stuff here. Guess what? They are sexualizing.
They dropping sex tapes.
You're right. So guess what? This white guy, he curious. Like, shit, I want some of that.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, I want some of that. That's what it is. So these already have disdain for you. So the disdain of the disdainment turns into something else. And like I said, this young girl had her entire life ahead of her.
Yeah. At
19 years old, she's dead. And her mother is on there, rightfully so, upset and angry. But what I'm saying, Mr. Producer, is I often say this all of the time. we have to be concise and honest with our children.
Most definitely.
We have to tell our kids the truth. We have to tell our kids the truth. And telling the kids the truth is being complicit with them of the factors of how life operates. You got something you want to add, Don?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like the topic. I'm pretty sure they at home saying that, you know, watch out for these type of people. You know, not even trying to make it like that, but I'm pretty sure they saying, watch out for these type of people. They're dangerous, or I don't want you dating that person. But we ain't never like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All black people, black people try to love everybody.
Right.
They hold hands, love everybody.
That's
but
true.
Other races of people, you know they dangerous. You don't talk to them, or these people scam you. These people steal from. You know what I'm saying? They teach their kids that you can watch interviews on different Instagrams. People asking different races of people, like, what do you think about this person or that person?
Let me say this. What happened? I sent you a message via phone. I see that you're still in, and I appreciate you being there. I really want to bring you in on the conversation. You have my number. You're welcome to call me if you have something to add. If not, then we will carry on. But I am trying to include you in on the subject matter. This is my personal on TikTok. And I want to once again thank everybody that's watching on TikTok. And everybody on TikTok, get familiar with the Chris Miles Show. I'm Chris Miles because 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and that of Wednesdays, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we do this every week. We want your participation. We want you to share our live on your page. We talk about tangible, current issues. We try to come with a solution. We try to come with a solution to the problem. Okay? Don, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring somebody else up. So what I will do is I will call you. I appreciate you, the information that you have provided us this evening. Anything else you want to add before we slide off, Don?
There's two things. There's two books people might want to take a look at.
Yes, sir.
One is called Killing Time by Donald Freed, F-R-E-E-D, Killing Time. And the other one is really, really good. They're both good, great books. Legacy of Deception by Stephen, S-T-E-P-H-E, and singular, S-I-N-G-L-A-R.
Okay.
Legacy of Deception. If people really want to see the other side that wasn't told by Marshall Clark and Dark, they get a lot of information. So
let me ask you this, and this is specifically on the O.J. Simpson's.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Innocence.
So people, that's you're hearing the voice of a good friend of mine who's actually in Los Angeles, was out there when all of the L.A. Riots, Watts, what was the guy name they beat up? Rodney King.
Rodney King.
I was out there. Rodney King. This other situation with OJ, he's been out there for the duration. He's a good friend of mine, like a brother to me, and that kind of thing. And Don, we're gonna have you back, but yeah, people go out there, get that information if you will one more time, Don, please.
I would suggest they listen to Pat McKenna. He was the lead investigator in O.J. Simpson camp. There's several books, but the one I like, and I have most of them, Killing Time, that's by Donald Freed, F-R-E-E-H, and Legacy of Deception by Stephen Singular, S-I-N-G-U-L-A-R. Singular has done several talk shows, so you might can probably YouTube him and get to hear what he has to say. I don't get nothing out of it. I'm not promoting the book. I'm just saying you will find information there and other books that show what the media or the mouthpiece, Marsha Clark and Goldberg, kept telling the public, which was mostly a lie. And you brought up Rodney King. I guess you know there were 2 other people in the car with Rodney King.
Come on with it. You might as well put it out there.
Who both ended up dead mysteriously.
God damn.
That night?
Not that night. Within about, I think about within 30 days.
God damn. Breaking news.
So that's another incident where all these things keep happening. Unfortunately, that black people, and that was another incident that actually caused the riot. Unfortunately, it triggered it. And there's a lot more to that story, too.
Well, what we're going to do, Don, is we're going to bring you back. We'll schedule a time, and we will bring you back to conversate about that of the Rodney King thing. Because,
Man,
I know there's people
murder mysteries. Man. I love shit like that.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what we try to focus on here. But listen, thank you so much, Don. I have somebody else I do need to bring in, and I appreciate you for your time.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Yes. So,
That nigga like Albert Hitchcock.
yeah, he's very very knowledgeable about a lot of things dealing with that of history. Hold on.
You can play the video of that woman real quick?
Yeah, go
Why
ahead.
you doing that?
Sick son of a is gonna pay.
Barely speaking above a whisper
This is justice for Sade.
and fighting back tears.
Who the would do something like this to my beautiful baby?
Sheena Scarborough
She hurt nobody.
was pushing forward for her daughter, 19-year-old Sade Robinson. Friday, Robinson's family sat in court and heard the grim details surrounding her death while staring at the man accused of taking her life, 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson.
The allegations in the complaint are abhorrent. It was the highest level of violence imaginable.
Prosecutors say Anderson and Robinson were going on a date Monday evening on April 1st. The state says they went back to Anderson's Southside apartment around 9 o'clock, where they say he killed her between then and early Tuesday morning. They say he then dismembered her body and scattered pieces around the county.
The defendant did a tremendous amount of work to try to cover up the crime, including lighting Miss Robinson's vehicle on fire.
Last week, police found and connected a severed human leg in Cudahy and a foot in Milwaukee to Robinson. After text messages and witness statements linked the two together, Anderson was arrested April 4th during a traffic stop. He's now charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and arson.
Sade was more than a person. She was an angel. Not having her right now is very painful.
Family says the entire timeline has them shaken.
Imagine trying to bury your niece with no body for the service. I need justice for Sade.
And they want the person responsible to...
So, Mr. Producer, I do have my TikTok guest, the one that was so eloquently brought all of this good tangible information out on women's basketball. Before we let her chime in, man, I can't even visualize the fact that this man dismembered this young girl's body. So screwing her, having sex with her wasn't enough. You had to cut her. What could she possibly have done for him to dismember her body like that, Mr. Producer?
I can't. I'm a lost for words, man. They need to get that man past all heaven, man. I can't. I don't know, man.
My goodness.
That's terrible.
What's going on, sis?
Hey, how y'all doing?
We are here. We are doing our thing. I am just so excited that you took the time once again to chime in with us. I'm baffled about this thing here about this young lady losing her life tragically the way that she did. I can't even, I have a daughter, I have a son, I have grandkids, I have nephews, nieces, just I can't even fathom that. I mean, my God, it's just to do something so horrific. But I mean, this is something that we've seen this happen in the past. And the thing that bothers me is we always tell people on the Chris Miles Show we're anti-media. Like the media, CNN, Fox, none of the heavy hitters out there are talking about this. But if it's something a black man to go out there to do or something like that, oh my goodness. Dude, can you imagine the fallout from that? Oh my gosh, man.
It's true, and we got to quit justifying their wrongdoings. We have that bad, and I think that always comes back to bite us in the rear end. We have to quit justifying and making excuses for those particular groups, the white group, because I'm really over that. I've been over that.
Right.
So, their behavior is their behavior, just like our behavior is our behavior. If we gonna take one down in our group, we got to take one down in their group.
Right.
Come on now.
Right. I so wholeheartedly agree with you. I'm just that's a I can't even, being a parent, I can't even, process something like that. It's so horrific. But let me do this because we were supposed to have brought you back last week, and I've had a couple of things. I've had some medical issues, and then on top of that, my daughter gave birth to her baby. So we've had a busy week. But last time you and I talked, we were Iowa had defeated that of LSU.
Correct.
And the table was flipped because, as it stands, Iowa got it back. It was just everything was kind of in reverse from what happened last year. But South Carolina defeated that of Iowa.
Correct.
And if you look on social media, as I was telling Mr. Producer knows this because we streamed through the page, we had 20,000 followers on X, and there was very heated contentions, a conversation that was I was back and forth with people on, and I ended up just deactivating my account. I think I lost about 7,000 people in about 2 days. I mean, I actually probably could have lost my account, but it got real ugly, and it's just a lot of times people will bring out truthfully how they feel about you in the process when things don't go the way they anticipate them to go. But I'm going to give you the floor, let you speak on this matter with the game, because like I say, we were supposed to have brought you back, and we end up not doing so. So you got the floor. Hey, can you?
Okay. First off, congratulations on the new baby.
Thank you so much.
So here's my take. We're dealing with a few things in women's college basketball.
Okay.
I don't think people are truly aware of. Some people know, but it's hard for people to deal with the truth, okay? I know we stopped off at that LSU game, and, you knew how I felt about the outcome of that game. I definitely believe the game was set up for them to lose because being Kim didn't coach at all.
Right.
Because she's a better coach than that. You make your adjustments. We all know that, right? But then as Iowa continued down the chain, UConn got back what they did to Juju because they cheated Juju.
They sure did. They did.
So they got back done to them. But out of the UConn game, we can thank number 10. I can never remember her name, but she defended Caitlin very well. Okay. She shut her down pretty much, right?
Yes.
And they did cheat for Iowa in those last minutes, but we all knew that Iowa shouldn't have never even made it to the championship game. They should have lost to West Virginia because they cheated the entire game for Iowa.
Right.
Okay. So now we roll into the championship, right? Okay, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I kind of look at the subliminal messages that are around, because there are a lot of messages floating around, right?
Right.
Nikita.
Okay. Now, if you go back to Cleveland, there's a big sign says "Wake Up" that they kept showing. They kept displaying this sign.
Right.
And okay, then the question of all questions come out for Don Staley to answer at the press conference. How do you feel about men / the T word, whatever they call themselves, I don't know, playing in the women's game?
Right. Come on now.
To our surprise, her answer was, if that's what they call themselves, well, then they should. Okay. Then we go into this game because the roles were flipped from last year to this year. South Carolina didn't coach last year, and this year LSU didn't coach.
Right.
Okay. Now this year Dawn coached, right?
She did a hell of a job. She did. She did.
Well, she did. I mean, she kind of did, because she didn't start off doing it. Because she had Bree on her. If you watch Bree Hall play basketball, Bree's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but she don't D you up like that for real. Okay.
Right.
Now the question is, who is the transgender that they're trying to cover up?
So hold on. Let me ask you something, sis. This is what I want to.
Hold on.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. Just hold that thought about the transgender.
I'm just saying.
I know where she's going.
She just broke that thing down, man.
Yeah. For sure. But this is what I want to ask you. That conversation or that topic came into question from that of Fox News. Am I correct?
I'm not 100%.
I'm thinking that's where it came from, but
okay.
I could stand correct on it. But go ahead with what you're saying.
Yeah, the question is, who is it? Because why would they come about?
Yeah, because you said you was talking about it. You talked to me the next day like, why would they say that? Why would they come ask her about a transgender? I was like, shit, I don't know. They taking away from them girls' weddings. But keep going. Oh yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
A parents, mother and father, mother, or mother or father, their daughter sees that. These young women are paying attention to everything in the college game.
Right.
Do I really want to send my daughter to play basketball at South Carolina after that statement that was put out? Me as a parent, I'm just going to tell you no. Because here's my thing. Not only did that come out, somebody re-put out what Kim Mulkey had to say about it. So that, to me, really opened my eyes. Because is it something that people don't see? Because I already know what I see. I know. I've seen it. But we don't want to talk about it. Because if we talk about it, you're going to be deactivating all your accounts.
Wow.
Yeah, because Kim was asked that question. And she answered that question very well. She said, she did an analogy. She said, Debbie, which is one of the commentators for women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter she has a child that has special needs. And she said, we found the Special Olympics for special need children and adults, didn't we? So find a lane for them too as well.
Come on.
It's already there. It's there right now, today. But we don't talk about it because it's been that whole, like, don't ask, don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
See, the reason why the swimmer was exposed is because she verbally came out and said what she was. But see, that's the flip on words. If nobody asks this, and if nobody tells, it's fine. We'll just push them along as I identify as a female.
Man. Hey, man, that was mighty strange though. But yeah, damn. And so when do you think the big reveal is gonna be?
They got to give you some truth. The rumors have been out. The rumors been out. I played the sport. The rumors been out.
It is mighty funny because a lot of folks. Why you think they saying she can go play in the Big Three, or she can go to the NBA?
Yeah. Go play where he's supposed to be playing at. You absolutely right.
Wow. Damn.
But see, this is what I don't like. I don't like how they push this on these young women. And I know a lot of them probably, because I'm going to tell you this. You know who you playing against, okay? You know who you playing against. And I know them girls, I know them young women know. I know they're all over social media. I know they didn't sing the rumors. I know they've had questions. Trust me. Okay? How are they trying to keep this in-house?
Right.
By what? Threats? We're going to take your scholarship. We're going to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, that's how they did them girls at with the swimmer. They told them that, it'd be to their best interest that they don't say nothing, just deal with it. Mm-hmm. And then that one girl, she got sick of it. She just went on the whole tour. She went on Joe Rogan. She went on everybody. She spilled all the beans.
But is it right though?
No, most definitely not.
Like, to me, that's almost like I'm not gonna make it over on my side, so I'm gonna go on the women's side because I know I can make it over there. No. So what was the point of the coaches doing everything they could so we can have a lane of our own and everybody else that was involved? Because there was a lot of people involved to get this where it's at, right?
Man.
But what was the point of all that? Wasn't that the reason why women had their own lane invented anyway, so they can compete amongst each other?
Right, exactly. Right.
Yeah. It's been out.
But this is my thing though. My thing is, why is it that when these things come into subject matter question, people come to us for an answer? Like, I mean, what are we supposed to provide? What information are we supposed to provide versus, Kim Mulkey or somebody else?
I'm saying she just won the championship. They had to test the water.
Yeah, but I'm saying I get all of that. But I'm saying is, if she comes out and she says something con against it, then her career is over.
Right.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So she has to be supportive.
I'm just saying that was they throw the ball in her court to try. I'm saying that you done beat you done beat the media's darling. You done we done put all our money behind this person.
Right. And that's
we done put all this hype, all this money. You done beat her. Right. So let me see. Let me throw one more grenade.
This is the thing with me too, sis.
Let me throw one more grenade to blow this up.
I have to ask this particular question here, right? Like, with what we see and what we've seen, I think that this was a direct target toward her to diminish and to take away from what the girls at South Carolina women's basketball team accomplished. because they did not want to. Because you got to understand something. Dawn Staley also set a record. She's done something that no other female coach has done. Mm-hmm. So let's not talk about that. Let's not give her the acknowledgement that she deserves or she should have. Let's bring in this transgender conversation and let's put this before and see if she don't answer it. So if she say, well, hell no, I'm against it. Guess what? She out of there.
Yeah.
But she already knew the truth anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying she didn't, sis. What I am saying is what it comes down to is
they're going to. That's what I'm saying. Kim the same way. They were going to lose everything. They had to. They knew.
They got to play ball.
Kim broke out Baylor, and we all know what happened at Baylor.
Yeah, her and what's her name ain't get along at all.
Not only that, the story's out about her crew. She's a him. Been a him. But see, the thing of it is that she had to go along with that too. And then people wondered why she didn't respond about the whole Russia thing. I wouldn't have either. Why am I responding to something I never agree with? Exactly. Sometimes people are thrown in these situations. There ain't nothing they can do but go along with it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's been there.
Brandon Gardner.
But see, the thing with this, what I don't like, is because this is something we should have nipped in the bud before, right? But you have a lot of people lying. And remember the lie, always remember the lie he told. Right. So he had the lie.
Exactly.
Man.
So now you're dealing with this, but people, us as people, we are the fans. I feel bad for the women. I'm just telling you. Because here's my thing. Could you imagine being a woman and have to shower and be around in the locker room? It's just so many things that we only looking at that basketball court.
Right.
No, it's way more to basketball than just being on that court. I wouldn't want my child in that environment.
No, man, that girl was talking about the swimmer because just because they transition, that don't mean that they like men. They like women still. Exactly. I'm saying they in there showering. He got a hard dick. While them girls they showering, he naked. That ain't no. You can't go to that school. No, I wouldn't want my daughter to go to that school. Period. Shut it down.
Trying to say she could have went to this school. No, she couldn't. Notre Dame didn't want that. They wasn't dealing with that. Nobody else was really recruiting her. People question things back then that they don't want to talk about today. They've been questioning this stuff. They've been coaching these women for years.
So this goes back to the conversation that we were having too about Bruce and Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on now.
We were on live. There was one man in particular who came on the live, and people kept trying to correct the last name and say, no, it's Clark. It's Clark. He kept calling Jenner. That's because people are not ready for the truth because they can't handle it. They can't handle the truth. You know?
It's an attack on women.
Yeah, and see, that's the whole setup for the WNBA. See, like they said, if we continue down this road, the WNBA would become the new G League, and which it will. So you mean to tell me that these young ladies that have worked hard and parents spending their hard-earned money traveling from city to city, hotel and food for them to go in the summer, and because their child wants to be a basketball player in college, and if they go on to the pros, that's even a bonus. This is what we're doing now.
Interesting.
This is crazy to me, and I just can't understand why we even going along with it. I just can't.
Well. This is the thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I can put a lot of comments out. I didn't got blocked.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. And that's what happened with me on X. But this is what I have to say. This is what I'm gonna do, sis. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Okay. We're gonna come back in here Wednesday because we're pushing up on with 5 minutes over. I'm bringing somebody in on the Israel and the Iran situation of what's going on with that. But this is what we're gonna do Wednesday. I'm gonna call you tomorrow, and whatever facts you have, this particular Wednesday, I would like to bring you up on screen. Okay. So let's strategize. I have some appointments tomorrow, but I will call you tomorrow, and because this is the thing, this subject matter does not need to go anywhere. Like people need to know, these attack on
women's
sports and things like that. This. All of this transgender stuff, man, I ain't with it. I'm sorry.
They need their own league. They can play.
And I'm not apologizing about
They
it.
just need to play together.
Yeah. I've never been with it. I'm not apologizing about it. Not apologizing.
They just had a transgender man.
And my thing, go ahead.
A transgender man did their first boxing match. It was a biological female transitioned to a man. It was over in 20 seconds. 20 seconds, knocked him out with a jab.
So that's my point. Like,
they need to play together.
But you know what? Let me say this. Let me say this because the all of this stuff is political, and this is the thing. All right, I know how people feel about Trump. I know how people feel about Biden.
Yeah,
but Trump them ain't with it. I'm sorry, man. They're not pushing this. All of this stuff here, man, this transgender stuff, man, like, they able to go in the bathrooms. Man, can you imagine your daughter in there, some dude?
Man, I'm going to prison.
Man, come on, man.
I'm going to county jail right then. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm throwing hands. I'm throwing hands.
Way more to
and
it.
they got more rights than we. They got a crime bill if we got one.
Right.
They got a goddamn crime bill and we don't have one. You understand what I'm saying? They have a crime bill and we don't have one. Well, sis, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna I will get with you tomorrow. Get your info and we will bring you back this Wednesday because we're gonna be talking about more in depth about the situation that happened to this young girl in Wisconsin, and we also gonna bring this because all of this stuff ties in together.
Sure does. And look, y'all, I know y'all haven't seen my page, but if you get a chance, look at my page and you're going to see, you'll begin to understand why I'm angered. Because my son, oh my God, I'm telling you, woo, baby.
Listen.
What my husband and I went through, y'all have no idea.
And trust me, I want to give you an opportunity to vent. You got a platform now. So definitely get your stuff together. Monday, we'll talk Monday. Wednesday, let's get back at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Sound great. Thank you.
I appreciate you so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Producer.
Oh, man, appreciate you. Thank you.
So, Mr. Producer, that's what I'm saying. Like this is the stuff, man. That this is
Yeah, them mother right there go deep, man. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't lie. That's my type of talking. I'm gonna go deep. I'm talking about she switch up the whole thing and make you like, goddamn, you know what? You right. I'm gonna make you think, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how they twist and turn things, but it's almost like a movie.
Oh, it is.
It's like you can't, man. Can you believe? It's like, can you believe the shit that they pulling right up on our noses? They doing like, well, they keep everybody entertained, and
that's what it's about. Keep you entertained. Why they steal and take from you?
Right. They getting all the bread. They trying to fatten their pockets while they trying to entertain us. But you ready for old?
He didn't grab. So we'll try him again. But Mr. Producer, we are just simply in some trying times, bro.
Yeah, man, it's unreal, man, with the stuff. With the stuff we see day to day.
This is the thing. This is the thing. We are in a quagmire here in the United States.
Man, yeah.
This is the thing, people. Why y'all are having to stump the yard? Why y'all are out here focusing on all of these other things are very just not important and very insignificant. What you got?
Judge Mathis.
Come on with it.
I said stump the yard.
I just heard on the radio a court ruling about minority businesses that is ridiculous. The court ruled that the Minority Business Development Agency of the federal government no longer has to just qualify minorities. They must also accept applications from whites, women, and others. So they've essentially eliminated the business development agencies that help small minority businesses around the country. And guess what? So far, the Biden administration said they're not going to appeal. They eliminate the quality educations in the inner city, putting us at a disadvantage, then don't want to give us a hand up with affirmative action, eliminated that. Now, knowing that they don't help finance black businesses around the country, now you're going to eliminate the federal program that does help with that. I mean, what's the deal here? They're taking back everything that black folks have fought for, just like they did back after slavery during the Reconstruction era. We had black banks, we had the Freedmen banks, we had black politicians, black Congress folks. Supreme Court came in, a conservative Supreme Court, and eliminated all of that.
Wow.
Hey, Mr. Producer.
What's up?
I'm not going to say it's funny, but it's funny.
Why
you know why? Let me tell you why.
Tell me why.
I'm going to tell you why it's funny. It's funny because we are diverted to other things that's insignificant. Like, here it is. I got tagged in by some friends of mine down in Montgomery.
Yeah.
That I'm tight with. They got an election, I think, coming up Tuesday.
For sure.
Between you from there, you got property there, you got a house there. Daniels and what's the guy name? Figures.
The guy in Mobile.
The guy from Mobile, right? Okay. They're having all of these. They've been tagging my name all day and shit, fish fries and all this other shit, right? Did you not hear what Judge
Mathis?
Judge Mathis said? Judge Mathis just said, people, that they are taking everything that you have gone out there and fought to get. Hold on. Just hold on.
Yeah, man, it is pretty deep, man.
Okay, all right. So Lamont is canceling. He had an emergency, so he won't be able to sit in. But so we're gonna wrap after this. But this is the thing, Mr. Producer. Judge Mathis just said, man, they've done away with affirmative action. And we did 2 shows on that last year.
Oh yeah.
All of the things.
Y'all go back and check that out.
All of the things that we have talked about, and are talking about. These things are coming to pass, Mr. Producer. We talked about this shit last year.
Yeah.
Now, guess what?
You've been on your soapbox now.
This is the thing. There's a simple fix for this shit. It's a simple fix. What's the simple fix, Mr. Producer?
Shit, take the money out of their system.
Take the money out of their system. That's it. You ain't got no other choice.
Don't shop with them.
This man just said that everything is unbalanced, is unequally yoked at this point. The stuff with the money. And you know what? This is the thing.
I'm saying that's the crazy thing. We the economy.
Hold on, I get it. Most of us don't know that. But this is the thing. This is what I'm talking about. This is the other thing. What the sister was talking about earlier, like the shit with women basketball. I want you all to think about this. Everybody's out here talking about Caitlin Clark. Who made Caitlin Clark popular?
The media.
No, they didn't. Angel Reese did.
Angel
Reese made her popular because they had to come with a conduit to beat her.
They need to draw up a scenario.
Everybody.
They need to do the good versus evil thing. They had to make.
And that's the thing,
right?
That's what I'm saying. She became Clark is the darling. She's the villain. Now, guess what? This is the same thing entails with the system. Here it is. I got a call the other day. I'm in Atlanta on some business. You know, I'm out. Somebody called me and said, "Hey man, look here, man. You know who? A baby boy. Baby boy called me, tells me that the Hindus got the store deep down in the hood. Their store turned money. So what I'm saying, like, you know, we allow people of other nationalities to come in and decipher all of the money out, and they take this money back to, most of the time, they live in white communities.
Right.
And this is why their kids become doctors and go to the top schools in the United States. And we got our kids in these rundown public school systems where they ain't getting no education. They coming out, they listen at this MEA young boy and sex array and all this other dumb shit, and they're preparing them for prison. This is the thing, people. This is, I say this shit all the time. Martin Luther King was the greatest detriment to black people today. Why? Because he collapsed the financial structure in the black community. Right here in Atlanta, when you drive down the freeway, 20 and all these other areas, you drive through 85, 75, where the black community houses are, where they were, they drove the freeways through the black community.
Right.
You go down to Miami, same thing. You go down to Mississippi, the freeways ran through the black community.
Right.
So they cut off commerce. There's no commerce in the black community. So the stores that's left within the black community, Mr. Producer, the Hindus, the Arabs, the Koreans move in there and they siphon all of the money out.
Right.
They take that money back to their goddamn communities. You're left with crime, riddled with crime, no jobs, no opportunity, no nothing. And then the other thing that they're doing, Joe Biden, who these niggas are gonna go out there and vote for, they got goddamn open borders, so they're gonna replace the labor with the open border people that they coming in here. So you got a loss. So you got what's the name? What's the judge's name?
Joe Brown.
No, the one just
Mathis.
Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis is here crying about the breaking down and the tearing down of the community.
Right.
So the simple fix for the solution to the problem is this, Mr. Producer. We got to separate. That's it. Separation means you can go to work with them, work around all this other stuff. But you can't spend, your money has to be concentrated within your community. And the other thing about that is everybody that's not you, that's doing business in your community, you gotta get them out of there. I tell people this shit all of the time. The goddamn lions don't go amongst the hyenas to eat, Mr. Producer.
Boy, they hate that shit on YouTube, boy.
But that's a
they
fact.
hate. No, you right.
The goddamn cheetahs don't go amongst the leopards to eat. You got birds. You got birds. The other day, Mr. Producer, let me tell you something I saw. I fixed my coffee. went outside, went out the front, right? Walked out the front. I saw cardinals. I saw 3 cardinals. I called you about it.
Yeah, I was on the phones.
I saw 3 cardinals. Maybe it was more than 3 or 4. I saw some blackbirds, I'm assuming, or whatever, a crow, whatever the fuck they were. But guess what? Those birds that I saw, they were amongst their kind. Like the goddamn red bird, the cardinal didn't go over there to the brown bird or whatever the fuck color they were.
No.
He didn't go over there like, bitch, I'm finna come over and eat with y'all. He stayed amongst over there. So I'm saying it's a simple solution to this shit. The problem is you got these politicians out here. We trying to solve our shit through politics.
We can't. That's the problem. We got to fix our own problem. We can't let
And
government
that's the shit
fix
you
it.
was telling the dumbass preacher.
Yeah.
And the other dude, the Egyptologist.
Yeah, them niggas. I'm saying you can't rely on your city councilman to fix your problems when we got the money. We paying they way. I'm saying they get paid off the taxpayers.
Right.
The taxpayers got the money. I'm saying why can't all we gotta do? I'm saying fund each other projects. I'm saying you got so many people got businesses. Once you sponsor somebody else's business, you shop with them, they can do something. They can help give somebody a job.
And I'm gonna tell you
they
something.
They can do this. They
Yes,
can do
you
that. They can
absolutely
build
right.
something.
You're absolutely
I'm
right.
saying
it's a simple fix, man.
I'm saying
everybody
everybody else got the blueprint. But we want to feed the economy. That's all we do.
No. It ain't about
we want to feed the economy.
This is what we
everybody got to figure it out. Simple.
We want to be accepted. We want to assimilate. That's what I'm saying, man. The assimilation has fucked us up, man.
Before all that, before the integration, I'm saying black people was well off. It was millions of dollars going through the community. I'm saying. We need that. We need the white folks' education.
Right. I get.
We ain't need what I'm saying. You can work with them. You can even buy stuff from them, but don't.
You need your own.
You need your own. Like we need a black bank. So when the white bank turn you down, you know what I'm saying. You got somebody that look like you running the bank.
You know what's
and
crazy?
Give you a loan.
You know what's crazy about that, Mr. Producer?
Cause shit.
The bank. Hold on. Let me say that. Hold on. Listen. This is what people don't know. The bank ain't supposed to turn nobody down. Because the bank ain't loaning you shit.
Hell no.
The bank has no intangibles to loan you. That is the biggest fraud the bank is running on people.
The whole thing with the bank is they get your credit score and get your social security number to see. They just want to see how liable is you gonna pay your bills. Do you pay your bills on time?
So the way it works is the social security number, the money that supposedly, first of all, there ain't no money, but the shit that is being used is debt instruments. So what they want to do, the social security is attached to debt. So what they want to do is see how well you handle debt. If you don't handle debt well, you can't get shit. You can't borrow anything. That is the biggest ploy that people don't understand. And you know what, Mr. Producer? I had to go to federal prison to learn this shit.
Yeah.
Me and Yusuf El and a few more other people out here, we learned this shit. And I made sure when I came out, I was gonna come out of there with something, goddamn it, that I could apply. It's so much information that people don't know. You understand what I'm saying? It's so much information people don't know. And then I sit back like your friend come back to us. Man, I laugh at you. I laugh at the shit that people are part of. And I just sit back and say, you know what, man, look here, man. I fuck with Mr. Producer heavy. Mr. Producer, my dude. We sit back and laugh at you motherfuckers. Like, you all are clueless about all of this shit going on out here.
Man.
And you're so clueless. Y'all, all of the shit going on out there right now. All of the shit going on out there right now. With all of this shit with Israel and Iran, this shit is about G7. It's about the European nation. The 7 heads and the 10 horns spoke about in the scripture. I know a lot of shit. I just don't get out here and talk about it. Most people out there, these bougie, dumb, misleading, misguiding, dumbass preachers will never tell you. The 7 heads and the 10 horns is talking about the European nation. It's talking about G7. Okay? All of this shit that you see going on out there right now is about that of you got another system springing up. It's called BRICS. It's called BRICS. All of this shit out here today that moves, circulate is based off of finances. And you got a group of people who have deceived the world and told the world that they were these people, that they were God's chosen people, and it turns out they lied. And they've created wealth off of this lie. And what we see going on today, the Most High is shutting down that lie. I had somebody that was going to come in, that was going to break this down, this information. I could break it down, but he's a little more astute than I am on it. He's been at it longer than I have, and he taught me. But I'm just saying, people, like, you all are clueless about all of these things that are unfolding right before your eyes. You worried about dumb shit like stomp the yard. That's what you worried about. You're not concerned about, like, we at the United States is in $34 trillion in debt. Y'all are not even focusing on the fact that the dollars is finna be no more. Y'all not focusing on that. And I hate to use it in these terms, but I have to be honest. A lot of you women out there gonna sell pussy for a bottle of water.
God damn.
This is the time that we're going into, and y'all don't even realize it. And I hate to put it in those terms, but I have to be complicit. I have to be honest. We're in the last phases of this thing. And I'm going to say this in closing. We got 2 minutes left. This is why I say that you should turn them goddamn TVs off. If you sitting there looking at that bullshit on Fox News and CNN and MSNBC and all of that shit is bullshit. It's straight bullshit. They're not going to tell you the truth. And they're not going to tell you what's going on. Here it is right now, in closing. The United States is prepared to send $95 billion. Let me reiterate what I just said.
95.
They're preparing right now an emergency bill to send $95 billion of our intangibles to the nation of Israel to fight against Iran. And when in fact Israel hit them. Okay? That's what they're doing. They are in the process of doing that. So all of that being said, people, all of that being said, this is why I say it is essential that you all keep it right here with us on the Chris Miles Show. Because the information that we give you, other people are not going to give you. They're not going to give you. I'm not saying they don't know it. Most of them don't know it. So by them not knowing it, they can't tell you. But anyway, we'll be back in here, most high willing, Wednesday, with more information. Hopefully we'll be able to get out about the Israel and Iran situation. As as it stands right now, World War III has happened. And all of that shit they were talking about the Iron Dome is not stopping them goddamn drones from hitting. And so now the United States has to get involved because they are part of what? The UN. And them being a part of that, a lot of y'all sons and daughters got to go to war. It's unfortunate. But that's what it is. This is why the borders also are open. Because their numbers are down and they need fighters. Mr. Producer, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, man, you said it all.
Well, people, we're closed. It's been fun. As always, we hope we entertain you as well as educated you. All right? So as always, the Moving Finger Rice has written, moves on to all of you. Good evening.